Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and we're here today simply to do an interactive. Nothing more, nothing less. But that doesn't mean I won't chatter along the way because that's what I do. Super chat is enabled. Since nobody's on, it doesn't really matter, but please leave your question with the super chat. People who are new to the program, please do not spam. We go in order of the questions. And hi, Ashley. So there's no need to spam. It just makes things harder for my daughter. It needs two people to read and interact, and I'm not that third person. So just remember how it's a little difficult for her to keep things in order if you spam things. Hello, Gina. Hello, Maria. Hello, Naya.
And actually S as well.
I already said hello to her.
Yeah. And then SJ says namaste, ladies.
Namaste.
Andrea P. Asks, will my husband return tonight to me after the argument we had last night?
Let's see. I do know for a fact it might take a little while, but the relationship is not over. It's not finished. There's things that have to be worked out between the two of you. And I recognize that it was a really difficult situation. Let me go ask him. He's still a little hot under the collar, still a little frustrated. At this point, you don't want him to come home, because if he comes home, he'll come home and pack, and that's not what you want. At least that's what from the questions you're asking, I'm assuming that's not what you want. Let him calm down. Don't try to reach out to him. Don't try to negotiate with him. Relax and just allow things to work their way through for the time being. When he's calmed down, the two of you need to have a really long, searching, in-depth conversation. I would recommend, if you can do it, that you go to a minister, a priest, or a marriage counselor and help you work things through, because sometimes a third party can see things that the other one is missing, and it just makes things easier. At this point, you have a 50-50 chance that the marriage is going to last. It will all depend on how you approach the situation and how open he is to listening. In the future, it will go up to 75 chance that it will work. And then that is when you really want to work with it. Right now, I would just sit back, enjoy the time alone, stop stressing, because it's not going to make any difference. And have his favorite foods on hand. Make his favorite food, put it in the fridge, and so that when he comes home, his favorite foods are there. And if you don't cook, well, get somebody, go get some favorite foods for him. Just remind him for the reasons why he married you. Okay? All right, let's do this.
Jennifer Schweb says, hi, beautiful ladies. Hello. Alondra Cook says, hey. Ashley A.S. asks, what are Joe's feelings for me? What are Joe's feelings for me?
For whom?
Joe.
But who was?
Ashley S.
Ashley S.
Mm-hmm.
his feelings is he's looking at you very speculatively, thinking things over seriously. And from the looks of it, he hasn't actually made up his mind yet. But but there's a great deal of interest there, and there's a very serious consideration is going into what he's thinking. So things are moving, and when he makes up his mind, I suspect they will move much quicker. Until that time, just simply smile a lot, be happy, and put your best foot forward, put your best smile forward. Would be better way of stating it. Okay, because he's watching you now, and what you do now is will be telling for him. Okay.
Andrea P added, by the way, your predictions, your other prediction was right.
Thank you. It's always good to know.
Mimi with $1.99 super chat asks, how does Dario feel about me?
So there's a really old song. It's actually before my time, and it's back when they used to do what they call blackface. And I apologize if people consider it racist now, but at the time in the 30s, it was just how our 20s. That's just how it was done. But what he's doing from that is singing a song from that era. And like I say, it's before my time. It says, but and I can't sing it, but I think it's going something along this line. Baby, how I love you, how I love you. Mm-hmm. So, and like I say, it's before my time. I don't really know the song, but obviously, I think Dario has a thing for you. And if he likes old show movies, that would be very interesting, because it's pretty cool how he was singing it. And yeah, that's what he was saying. He was singing how I love you, but there's a song and like I say, I don't know it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just muttering on about something. Just let's get me out of here, dear.
Okay. Elantra Cook asked, how did Marquise feel when he saw me last night?
He was surprised at how much he cared. He, according to him, he tried not to show how much he cared. But it kind of came as a shock to him. He thought he had everything under control, and he saw you, and he did not have everything under control. So just, again, same advice, smile a lot. Give him the positive reasons for staying around. Okay.
Next.
Yep.
Angela Patterson asks, hi ladies, glad to see you again. Just wondering, why have crows been following me the last few days? Is there a message I'm not getting? Thank you.
Now, crows are one of my favorite birds. They are neither positive nor neutral. I mean, positive or negative. They simply come with a message, and they come from the void, so to speak. So the message for you is highly personal. My feeling is, if you stop and listen, that you will be told exactly He will be told exactly what the message is. I feel is a very positive message, and I feel that it's something that you want to hear. So don't be afraid that it's something you don't want to hear. You're going to like it. Okay? But you do have to sit still and listen. That's the catch. I mean, I could do it for you, but I have a feeling this is something that you need to do yourself.
Next.
Yep.
Naya Tiga
That's all right.
asks, will I find another job?
The first thing that came to me was a resounding yes. And I can feel your stress about the job. I suspect that it won't be exactly in the same where you're looking for it. It might be different from what it might be very different from what you are expecting. So look beyond your comfort zones, and I think you're going to be very happy with the change, with what happens. So, but don't, and I'm really sorry that the stress is so strong for you at the moment. But no, you're going to be you're going to be okay. All right.
Blossom 11 asks, hello, will I have a new or past boyfriend for December?
Well, what I got when I went in was definitely there's going to be somebody there. And I have the feeling that you don't spend a lot of time alone. There's always somebody there for you. And I don't think this is any exception. So I wouldn't worry about it. Just go with the flow. And when that person presents itself, don't say no. It might not be who you're expecting, but it's not. How do I say this? It's not. It's not a forever. It's more of a fun thing. So just go out and enjoy, and that might bring you to a more serious relationship in the near future. So it might be that you will date somebody who will lead you to your boyfriend, to a new boyfriend. But you will have plenty. You will be very socially occupied. That's okay. That's not quite saying yes, but that's not quite saying no either. Okay.
Kylie Brown asks, I applied to another program to move. Will I be accepted?
It does appear, again, I got a yes for that. So it does appear that the problem with the spirit or the universe, they don't always understand exactly what you're asking. So you're asking specifically about moving through a program, but I do know you will be moving. So, but I did get a strong yes, you would be moving through a program. So good luck with that.
SJ asks, waiting for citizenship and answer for US. Can you get an answer?
I can try. I think they're going to make you jump through some hoops before they'll give you the citizenship. And you probably jumped through a number of hoops already, and you're probably tired already. Unfortunately, I think that is still not because you're not qualified or not eligible, but because they can, they will. So be prepared to jump through some more hoops before you get the before you get the yes, okay? And I'm sorry. And I'm assuming that's an American. And right now they are doing things, they are being a little more tight-fisted because of who's in the presidency, who is the president. It doesn't make it easier, but as I said, they have no reason to not allow you in. They just have the power to make your life uncomfortable, and they will. And I wish I had I wish it was nicer news. Okay.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Puzzle of Life asks, is my grandma ensuring my recommendation letters are sent out on time so I can hear about my acceptance letter for college this November? Thank you.
Yes. The answer for that is yes. She's she's being very particular about that sort of thing. And you will there, that's not a problem for you either, by the way. You will be accepted into you will be accepted into school you're quite happy with. Okay.
Iona Yates says, hello, I was wondering if my ex that died 3 months ago has anything to say to me.
So 3 months is just about the time when it's easy for them to come through. Interesting. He seems to come through with an apology, or not so much an apology as more of I wish things had worked out differently between us. So, and he can see now the different ways things could have been handled differently. And he wants you to know that your ex is doing well on the other side. He says it's very beautiful where he is, much more so than he anticipated. And if you see any of his friends or family, please pass on to them that he's doing he's doing well. It took him a while to adjust to the new state of being, but and he's still learning. He's doing some studying and learning and understanding things from a different viewpoint than he had previously done. So so just know that everything is good for him. Okay?
Lovely Ace asks, "Hi, is there anything coming my way soon? Thank you."
Okay. Seems like there's some kind of I want to call it a surprise because of the image that they presented to me was that of a surprise. Some kind of a surprise is coming your way, which it's a good surprise, a pleasant surprise. And it definitely will surprise you. If the look on your face is a look of surprise. And the look on everybody else's face is one of delight that you are actually surprised. Because I guess it's really hard to surprise you. What else? They're not going to tell me what it is. I'm sorry. Okay.
Like we're in the surprise.
Yeah. But it's a good surprise. At least from the look of everybody's face, they are quite delighted with the situation.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning Spark 100 with $1.99 super chat asks, "Hello, can I ask what's coming for me soon?"
Lightning Spark.
Lightning Spark.
So this showed me a man. I mean, with you're in a relationship, I don't. Maybe it's just he's stepping up a little bit more. If you're not in a relationship, there's a man coming into your life, and he looks like he looks like he's coming from the 30s. I mean, maybe it's a Halloween party or something like that. But he does. He looks like he's dressed like a gumshoe from the 30s, or a private detective from the 30s. He's got the fedora and the kind of coats that they wear back then, and his suit coat. And he's really nice looking. But basically, that's all they're showing me. So it might be that you're going to a Halloween party and you're going to have fun, or somebody's coming into your life who's good looking, but has very, very old time morals, or his personality is from another era, or he just likes old time shows or something like that. Okay, but good luck. It looks interesting.
Gina Joyce asks, "Does Eric love me as much as I love him?" and lightning spark. It sometimes it's hard to decipher sex. He says, I am male and I'm interested in women.
Oh,
So
okay. So, no, that was my fault. So it might not be a relationship. I would, it might be just somebody that's coming in that is from, and I did assume that you were a female because most of the people on here are females. So in that situation, I am bad. But it is definitely a male that's in there, and and if you're interested in females, then that relationship is, probably that relationship has more to do with, maybe I don't know. I'm having a hard time with that one. Let me come back to it if I remember. Okay, lightning spark.
okay, so Gina Joyce, does Eric love me as much as I love him?
Okay. So the probability is that you love him more than he loves you. But at the same time, the probability is that he loves you sufficient to make for things to work well for the both of you. And men have a different way of loving. So, but what he's telling me is that he loves you sufficiently for it to be a good relationship. And I know that sounds a little not as nice as it should be, but when a guy says it's sufficient, take it to mean that he cares a great deal, because he seems to think that the relationship will work quite nicely, and he's not unhappy with you, but you do seem to love a great deal more than you do seem to love him a great deal more than he does. But it's okay. It's working. Let me see if I can find out anything from Lightning Spark. So I said he was from the 30s, right? You probably have a grandfather. Well, yeah, of course you've got a grandfather from the 30s, or a great grandfather from the 30s, and it is a family tie. He's come into he's just there for you. He's not come in for any specific reason. Then it's family, and he cares. He is family, and I should have known that when I saw a fedora and things like that, because that nobody wears a fedora anymore. I think they quit wearing those in the 50s, and I personally like the fedoras, but then I grew up watching men wear them, and I was under the impression that all men wore them, and that was the way it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a family member come in. And what did you come in for me? Yeah. So pay attention to the kind of movies you're watching. Pay attention to a way that you're starting to see things in a different way, or view things slightly different, because he does have the old time moralities and it might be that things, not that you'll have to be that way, but it might be that you'll notice that ideas percolate through that. So this guy is really smart, extremely intelligent. It would be kind of like a rocket scientist smart. So pay attention to things that come through for you, that maybe new ideas, new thoughts, new thought forms. Okay? And I apologize for not realizing you're a guy.
Next.
Yeah.
Danielle Marie 361 asks, what are Paul's current feelings about me?
So it must be, we're going into Mercury retrograde. So all these guys are falling in love right now because Mercury retrograde is coming, and that probably means that things are not going to go smoothly for in the next little while. So right now he cares a great deal for you. He finds you interesting and intriguing. He likes watching you. And when he's watching you, his eyes crinkle up with a smile. And I think I think he likes your sense of humor, or the way you act. It makes him laugh. It makes him happy. Okay.
B. Erla says, hello, Elisha and Elle. Any advice that my guides have for me? Thank you very much.
Okay. So they're really funny today. I'm really apologizing. They say stay away from fishing lines. Don't ask me why, but I assume it was fishing lines because they showed me fishing and a river, and it seemed to be tongue in cheek. So that's not the advice. That's just them being tongue in cheek. So they want you to be open and open to new. Something new is coming into your life. They want you to be open to that, whatever that is. It may not appeal to you at first, but if you give it a chance, it will. It will blossom into something that is more than. It will blossom into something that is. It could become the passion of your life, and it could be maybe a new direction for you in your life. It does appear to be quite a different change for you, and quite a. It's like something that comes out of left field. You never would have thought about it, and it turns out that it's something you can be very passionate about, and you can make money out of it sometime in the future. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's good for you.
Tay2637 asks, hello, do my spirit guides have a message for me regarding love?
Tay. Well, first of all, your spirit guides say they love you. And they suggest very strongly that you yeah, okay. I'm just going to say it. Probably shouldn't say this on open, but don't be afraid of it. Allow it to come into your life. Welcome it with the open arms, and that's not just a person that you can fall in love with. That's others as well, because there has been a few pains and aches here and there. Don't make the mistake that thinking that once it's become a habit or a cycle, that it will stay that cycle. You are actually changing a great deal at the moment, and the change hasn't expressed itself in the physical as much as it has in the spiritual or emotional. And so things that have happened in the past will no longer stop you from moving forward, and you will do quite nicely. And there is somebody coming in for you as well. Somebody that it could be somebody you've known in the past, or it could be somebody totally new. I can't tell you what it is, but it's somebody that is vibrating on a very similar level to you, and they understand, because I know you're very sensitive to a lot of things. They understand the sensitivity, and they won't condemn you for that. Where other people might have said, "Oh, you're just too sensitive, get over yourself." This person will go, "Huh, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Let's see if we can deal with the situation. Maybe we can work things through together." But it will be somebody who will understand. Okay, good luck.
Maria Herrera asks, hello, do you see anyone coming my way in love?
You're going to have to go out and meet people, which means you might want to go out on your Friday, whenever's your Friday, and go to a social event. And once you've gone to a social event, there's somebody there with a huge smile on their face who says sweet nothings to you, and you go, "Oh yeah, I don't. That's all. Yeah." But pay attention. He might be saying sweet nothings because but he also is a really nice human being, and he's probably just a tad taller than you, or maybe he's taller than you. Period. It's very hard to see. But yeah, but you have to make the effort to get out first by yourself. All right.
Lakeisha W asks, hi Eliz-sha, do you see me getting married in the future?
No, that's pretty open-ended time-wise, you realize, right? So I'm not 100% sure that it is a marriage, but I see you living with somebody in a married situation. I didn't see a party or a celebration like a white wedding dress and things like that, but I did see you happy in a relationship that is like marriage. And it might be that you choose not to get married in the legal sense, but you have a party regardless. So yes, I do see you in a relationship that is in a family situation. with children and commitment. Okay.
Earth Tagger says, "Hello. Do you see me? Where do you see me in my career in the next 5 years? Thank you."
So what they showed me was a hot air balloon going up and going up fast. And with that comes a sort of a warning, I guess. Don't go up, don't rise too fast. Take your time and get to know each level that you're on before you accept or move up to another level. You've heard this. The saw promoted to the level of incompetence. Well, you want to be promoted, but you want to continue to be promoted. So you make sure that you get all the grounding you need to be able to go to the next step first. So take your time. Don't rush the promotions. Work hard for the promotions, and I do feel that in 5 years you're going to be in a place, a fairly comfort zone for you in your business, in your career. I mean, you will be able to afford the nicer things in life. Okay.
Jennifer Schweppes asks, "If I reach out to my sister Kristen, do you see it going well? We haven't spoken in 7 years."
I don't think she's done very much in the way of growing. She's very angry and frustrated at this moment. If you reach out to her, do so knowing that that what you're feeling may not be reciprocated, but it would probably benefit your sister a great deal. Whether she would acknowledge it and be nice about it, that I cannot promise. But she's feeling quite lost and alone. Like I say, if you reach out to her, don't do it for your sake, do it for her sake. Don't expect much. But it would definitely help her a lot. Though you'll never know that. Well, you might know it, but only through intuition.
Lily Guild asks, "So I have psychic abilities, and the other night I got a random feeling of excitement, and I started saying Hendrix is going to get out of jail soon. So can you clarify that for me? Can you clarify that's true?"
It appears that there is something in the works for him to get out of jail. That's true. He's not said anything as far as I can see, simply because he wants to make sure that it's real and not just a potential. I don't know much, honestly, about the American system, but I do know it's kind of messed up in a lot of ways, just from things I've read. So it is there. The energy is there for him to get out. Okay.
Nanny Drea asks, "Do you see me and my ex ever having our first child together in the future?" Yeah, Gemini, by the way.
At this moment, it would not. You could have one together. It would not be advisable. I don't think he would be very. He's not ready for it at this moment. He is not ready for a child, and it would be an accident at this moment. In the future, things might change, and he would be in the future. He will become a good father. But at the moment, in the next year or so, I would not. I would not do. I would not reach out for that to happen. But the potential, yes, is there. Not, but it's not a potential. I think that you should act on yet. Okay.
Callie Bowman asks, how does my ex feel about me?
He has no animosity towards you. I don't feel a desire to come back together at the moment, but he doesn't dislike you. He thinks he actually has a great deal of respect for you. And he wants you to. He definitely wants you to have a good life. But I wouldn't reach out to him. Maybe in 6 months or something, but not right now. Okay.
Desiree Ann asks, hey Eliz-sha, when do you think I will find a new job?
I suspect as soon as I close my eyes, I got November. I suspect by the middle of November, there's a potential for a new job to come your way. And it appears to be you don't dislike it. Let's put it that way. You appear to actually like this new job. It's probably not exactly what you were looking for, but it's actually better than what you were looking for. So I think that I see you happy in November. I see you. I see you beaming. So I suspect you will like what you get. And good luck.
Gabriela Almamia asks, hello. My mom left a gold expensive bracelet and it's now missing. Can you tell me where it is?
No. I'm not any good at that sort of thing. I have tried that and I come out wrong every single time. But you can look behind your bed if you have boxes where you stuff things under your bed. You can look there probably at the back of the bed, back where the boxes are. It feels like it's got accidentally fallen into a box and got tucked away or something like that. Hopefully in your house.
Next,
Mhm.
JRT asks, what are Garrett's real feelings about me and our relationship?
Garrett. So Garrett, he cares a great deal for you or likes you a lot. But he also said something that I'm not sure is what you would. He's not. I don't think Garrett is prone to staying in one relationship forever. So it might be that it might be no matter how much he likes you, and he does like you, that you be careful of your heart until you know for sure. All right. Okay.
Elantra Cook says, thank you so much. Jasmine Moore asks, hi guys, how will the project I have turn out?
Jasmine, or?
Yeah.
So you're putting a lot of effort into it. You're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. And you keep looking around to see if there's anything that you're missing. And there usually is something we miss, regardless of how intensely we think things through or watch it. But at the same time, I see you looking at the finish line. I see you beaming with the I did it. It's good, and I see other people congratulating you. So I believe your project will work.
Angela Patterson says, ooh, goosebumps, thank you. Malipali says, hi dears.
Hi, Melly.
Vidya Maharaj asks, hello ladies, thank you for your dedication. It's a comment, not a question. I rephrased. Felicia asks, will my job in management, put in a management position, will I get the job in the management position in this new job? I interview on Thursday. Good luck.
Good luck. So I feel that you're a little bit nervous. Breathe deeply before you go in. Even with your nervous, don't show it. Show that confidence and, yep, I've got this. You have competition, of course. But the person interviewing you is quite impressed with you as a person, especially if you do not appear to be nervous. And of course, you're going to wear the right clothes, because that's something that person will notice. At least I saw them looking at your, and it looked like you're wearing a jacket, a suit jacket, and they did appear to appreciate the proper attire. The potential is 79% that the job is yours. So it's a pretty good percentage. You do have, as I said, you do have competition. But I don't think unless something happens, they're not as good as you. Okay.
Next.
Hmm.
Naya says, thank you. Blossom11 says, I like when you smile. LOL. Thank you for the message. Very interesting. Malapele asks, now that Gemini and I have reconciled, how will he feel about the trip that me and my kids will go on to visit their dad on this holiday season?
You better do some pretty heavy explaining.
Would it be too early in their reconciliation for her to invite him along, or toss that possibility out?
I think you should actually, except that you and he would have to stay somewhere else while the kids stay with their father. But if you give him the option, he might actually feel better about it. And obviously Skype every day, because I don't see that as a win-win situation at the moment. And do inform him he has to learn to trust you, and you trust him. And it's not a game killer. It's not gonna finish the. It's not going to be the end of your relationship. But I don't see him happy about that at all. So lots of explaining to do, Lucy. And again, an old movie show.
Hey, Lucy.
And I'm sure you guys don't even know who I'm talking about.
Liam Harris says hi. Danielle Bennett sends us a heart.
Thank you.
AP asks, how are you? How does M feel about me? Thank you.
AP?
AP.
So there's a lot of, I don't know what it is, but I'm getting a lot of singing today. But basically, AP M cares for you deeply at the moment. And maybe, yeah, just at the moment, go for it. Make hay while the sun shines. Well, is an old saying, but do that.
The Polynesian princess says hi, Elisha and Elle. Hello.
How's the driving going, by the way? Have you run into any T-sections yet?
In the meantime, she asks, can I ask you what Cameron wants to tell me?
So he's shaking. He wants to tell you something, and he's shaking. His whole body is upset about what he wants. He's very uncomfortable. I think he's got two messages. One he wants to say and one he may say. One he wants to say is he really likes you. The other one, the fear-based one, is yeah, it's over. But he doesn't, but it's fear-based. But his real feeling is he cares for you. And so it will depend on what his fear level is at the time he and you talk. Make sure he feels very relaxed and comfortable. If he drinks, give him a drink. If you're not old enough to drink legally, then I never said that. But it will greatly depend on how relaxed he is and how comfortable he is around you. Okay?
Next.
Yeah.
Puzzle of Life says thank you, Elisha, Elle, and Grandma. LOL. Yes, the program is it is at my college right now, and she is all about her grandkids getting their education. Hashtag blessings. Lovely Ace says, thank you very much. Sorry Swari asks, hi, does Pisces want to add me and reach out to does Pisces basic want to reach out, or should I do it to him?
Pisces is a little oblivious, so probably it's what I've said in the past is drop a metaphorical hanky so that yeah. I suspect, like I say, he's a little oblivious. I would reach out. I would drop a metaphorical hanky, and so that he thinks it's his idea to reach out to you. So which means you probably have to add him, because, like I say, he's a tiny bit oblivious. So yeah, add him. And if it doesn't go well, it's no loss. You will have experienced a great deal, and things will be. I do think things will go well, though, honestly. But like I say, he's a bit oblivious. So go ahead.
Hold on. Jerry Bennett asks, will Susie and me ever be a couple?
I think that would be a really strong yes possibility. The idea suits her quite nicely. She's a bit of a flirt, if I'm reading her correctly, but that's all she is a flirt. So just don't go out and say, hey, you and I are going out. Take your time. Woo her very carefully. And I know wooing is an old time word, but bring her a coffee if she drinks coffee, or tea if she drinks tea, or pop if she drinks pop. But find out what she likes and bring that for her. Find out if she likes her fries with pepper, for instance. Find out how she likes things. Pay attention to that. Show her that you're aware of who she is as an individual, and she is not adverse to a relationship. Whether she wants to have one yet or not, I didn't ask her that particular one, but most women are okay with being in relationships. So good luck. It should be fun. She is a flirt. Just remember that. It doesn't mean that because she flirts that she's interested in every guy that comes along. So don't be jealous.
Next.
Yeah.
Chandra Walker asks, hello, will my business get started off the ground soon?
I understand that one. Your business. There's still a few growing pains to go with it. If you can stay with the growing pains a little longer, and I do understand growing pains, because I have the same thing with wisdom seekers. I keep waiting for it to be a little more profitable than it is. I'll give you a time frame, but don't hold it. Don't hold it in. Don't hold it to too precisely. It could be sooner. It could be later. But I do see it coming, starting to be a little more profitable in the new year. And good luck with that. You will be your own boss. That I can tell you.
Good.
Yeah.
Gina Joyce says, thank you. He's an Aquarius and very much a head thinker. We are a good balance. Blessings to you.
Yeah. Aquarius is air, which is mind.
Lightning Sparks 100 says, I see. Thank you and no worries. Haha.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just, most of the people on here have been women in the past, and I just made an assumption.
It happens on occasion.
Yeah. As I didn't look to see, I just assumed.
Yep. Again, it happens on occasion. Danielle Bennett says, thank you. Miriam Rash. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. I'm pretty sure I did. Asks, hi, I was wondering if there are any messages coming in from spirit guides.
Miriam?
Miriam.
So one of your spirit guides is a male, and he's sorry, he's quite, probably on life he was a bit of a ladies' man, because he came in and he says, hello, lovely lady, and he was talking about you. But he also seems to think you work really hard on the spiritual area, and that's really good. But maybe not easing off, but relaxing a bit about spirituality. Just people don't realize that when they start doing spirituality, that sometimes they need to just not give it a break so much as allow it to integrate. And it appears that it's time for you to integrate. It's time for you to integrate, which means take a couple of weeks off and just allow that which you've learned to settle into and become part of you. Integrating is a huge part of spiritual growth. It's something that people don't honestly they learn something, they go, aha, and they think, yep, that's really cool. But you need to allow yourself time for it to go settle into yourselves, basically, and allow some of this. Allow yourself to maybe go to a movie or sit home and watch movies. And again, I've been getting a lot of musicals tonight. This one musical, of course, because your name is Miriam, was the Music Man. And honestly, it's one of my favorite shows from way back. I haven't seen it for years, but I love the Music Man. So settle in and allow yourself to just process, and which means don't think. When you're processing, don't think, allow it to happen and integrate. And your flirtatious guide says, yes, exactly what I mean. So allow yourself some time just to be. Go row a boat on a lake, or do something that you love doing without a lot of thinking involved. Okay?
B. Erla says, okay, Eliz-sha, yes, I am in a kind of financial wreck at the moment, and that will be a nice change for sure. Thank you again for the message.
Good luck.
Maria Herrera says, thank you. Tay says, thank you so much. I love my spirit guides too, and I'm really glad someone is coming soon who will understand me. I'm glad my past won't get in my way anymore. I'm really touched. Earth Tiger says, thank you. Lakeisha W says, thank you. Jeannie Rebelling asks, will I succeed at work? Thank you.
Jeannie?
Ginny.
Ginny. Oh, we have, Elle has a cousin called Jeannie.
Yeah, but it's Jeannie as in her. My cousin named Jeannie is Jeannie as in I Dream of Jeannie, where this lady is Ginny.
Oh, okay. So you have somebody at work who is what's the word? She sits over your desk and notes down every little imperfection. And she's a real massive pain in your butt. At least that's what it's appearing, that there's somebody, it feels feminine. My advice is smile sweetly. Do your best to ignore that person, even though they obviously are kind of in your face a lot. And they're it's almost like they're trying to make you fail. And honestly, what I'm getting is you're quite capable of doing the job, but you're allowing yourself to become stressed out. So try to de-stress as much as possible, and the and it feels like a lot of the mistakes that are being made are kind of really dumb little mistakes, mostly because you're expecting them to happen, because that's because you feel like people are standing over you, watching your every little move. So if you can back off from their energy, and they do have obnoxious, and it could be yourself that's doing this too. It could be you that's being obnoxious to yourself because you have high expectations and you feel that you're failing. So you have the ability to do this. Then there's two options. You go into it and you accept the fact that that it will take you a while to get the job figured out, or B, you really hate the job, and it would probably be to your benefit to move on, and that you are intentionally messing it up so that you do not have to stay and you can do something else. So consider both options. Think about both potentials for you, because you're fully capable of doing the job. And I know that's not helpful, but sometimes the job we're in is not the job we're supposed to be in. And I have a feeling that the job you're in is not the job that really, it's not really what you want. It might have been the job that you thought you wanted, but I'm not 100% sure you really like this job. And I would, at this point, start looking around for a job you do want. And like I said, you're fully capable of doing the work. It's not that at all. Okay, I hope that gives you an understanding or an idea or something like that. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure whether that was good advice or not.
Well, we have been on for 76 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because I am kind of.
It does make sense that you'd be winding down. So
I am fatigued.
We have the choice to keep answering questions, or did you want to just say sorry, call it here, and join us on Friday?
How many more are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because honestly, I'm really, when I get tired, my brain goes squeak.
Yeah.
Is there any that are?
There's about 6 questions left, and that could be. I could also be counting thank yous in there as well. But again, we've been on for 76 minutes.
Yeah, that's fairly long time for me.
Yeah.
And I apologize if there's anything that's super important. You can go on to Wisdom Seekers. We have a TILDA. We have a chat there, and you can ask me. If it's super important and can't wait till next week, you can ask me.
Or join our Facebook page. We do live interactives like this fairly regularly.
We haven't done any for a while.
No, but I mean, we never really know, because a lot of the time it's, hey, let's just go on and do this.
Yeah, we will. Like today, we had a lady on, but she doesn't do psychic readings, so we didn't do it. But we did talk. She does talk about mental health and spirituality and astrology. But on Friday, Elizabeth will be on, and she does do readings, and she's really good. Amazing lady. But yeah, next Friday, and hopefully next Friday, we will get. We won't be so. I mean, this Friday was really bad because Elle wasn't around, and I can't do these things on my own. It's actually hard to do it with just 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I apologize, but the chances of you getting a good reading from me
at this stage in the game, it's fairly.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. But yeah, if so, join our Facebook page, join our Facebook group, because we do have we have a lot of
cool things happening,
and people who want to try and practice their psychic abilities. If you don't mind sharing your question publicly, as you do here on the live chats, ask for someone to give you a personal reading, or several someones to give you a personal reading.
Sometimes Champagne,
See,
I don't think she's on today,
no.
but I know I had a reading by her, and if you know her, she's good. I recommend her.
So yeah, there are options to get your questions
I suspect
answered.
Jennifer Schwab is very good too.
Yes.
And these are just people that I've run into. I suspect there's quite a few of you out there who are really good. If you really can't wait.
Yeah, and this gives you the chance to have your questions answered all throughout the week by several different people, and especially if it's a pressing question or just one that you want to just get off your chest. We also offer healing. Not healing, but if you need an extra boost of energy throughout the week, we offer a sending.
Wednesdays, except this Wednesday, it's Thursday at 5:00. We have the meditation, which has healing in it. They all have healing in it, right?
Yes.
And on Thursday, which is the 31st, we're going to have an extra special hour with Elizabeth, Erin, L, and myself, where we're going to tell our own personal ghost stories. And I can say Elle and I alone have enough to fill an hour, and they are scary.
They're fun.
Well, some of them are really scary, actually.
Yeah, but they're also really fun.
Some of them are funny.
Yep. So again, reach out if you have pressing questions, or
and I won't answer
us.
them in the next hour or two, but
Yeah.
I will answer.
Or join us on our Facebook group and page.
Wisdom
and
Seekers.
The links are in the description. And anything that you're willing to share, we're willing, or our group is willing to help with. So, yeah, come and join the family.
Yeah. We have like this page. It's very good.
And thank you everybody for joining us and understanding. We apologize we couldn't get to your questions, but it's late here and we still need to make food.
Yeah.
Like I said, Friday, Saturday, that is our usually when we decide to do these kind of things is when we're hungry.
Well,
we're close to food.
It's close to dinner time.
So,
so you're having as bad a time saying goodbye as I am.
Yeah. So
runs in the family. Namaste. Namasko.
Bye,
and
everybody.
again, thank you so very much for being here.